the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Copy. Well, I don't think you should sleep down here. How? I gotta wake you up in the morning. How don't wake you up if you sleep down here? Go pee more. But I don't feel like doing all that.
Jones, first carry for the USC man. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down.
More peepers.
From the gun, it's Brady.
Just put it
there, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tougher role that they can fall back on anymore.
Brady's throw there complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now Brady again. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
that's going to set him back 5 yards.
Good triple. How you doing? You good?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
This nigga need the ball.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. On the keeper, it's Jones. And right away, he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture.
Supposedly his iPad don't charge. Eat your food.
And it is cold.
Where is it, Mari?
Gronkowski's going to go.
Okay, so I told you come put it in the charger, didn't I?
Short down at the 1-yard line. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. 48 yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. The 3-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really
Have you seen it?
Because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver,
have you seen
work
it
your
after
way
that?
inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was never a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hurry up and eat more.
Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
All right, let's go upstairs. When you finish, make Mari come up here.
Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd and a yard. At the 40. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll run with Barkley, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He was brought down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down Giants, Jones to Ingram. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7, Giants nothing.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jones. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A gain of 2.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Brady. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
3rd down. 3rd and 7.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Brady going to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Brady caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. That's to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Number 13.
Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just ask.
Under a heavy rush, motion, down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure
I think we need a portable washer.
And the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Just
So the out route incomplete. That's
that one we can do like
the
2
Bucs going
moves.
to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts
You know, save
as
time.
they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Tampa Bay.
And you can get a portable dryer.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Evans once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, that's all I wanted.
Okay.
And what are the kids doing?
They're quiet. So.
Huh?
So they're quiet. So I don't know.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Marty probably sleep. Marty sleep.
To throw again.
All right.
Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
That should be a sack.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And just shutting him off there. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
It'll be Jones himself on the option.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards to pick up there.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to let one fly for Tate. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Looking for Shepard deep. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
For the field goal, a 47-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
5-yard line.
I had him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd and 1, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. There he goes left side. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Brady eluding the pressure right and incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing,
Just chucked it free.
They'll live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Brady on third down. Over the middle to Evans. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Shit.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Brady to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Jones going to keep this himself. He's got the first down and more past midfield. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
40-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
Jones.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
43-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked instead of taking complete.
It's now.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Graham Gano on for the field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running kind of gas there at the end. He winds up getting just enough on it. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. And that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield. So they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
A gain of 9.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
He was brought down by.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a first down carry by Jones. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Shotgun now for Brady. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mecole Hardman, 46 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will. As that play backfires in a big way.
Oh, shit. He got fucked up.
Now Kenyon with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
He got fucked all the way up. All I need is a Philly.
Will make it into the end zone.
Don't smoke that, sir.
Yeah, he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And some room to run now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Saquon Barkley. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
44-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and short yardage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Fuck me.
Game on the line. Season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk. but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage.
Short of the goal line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Brady. Completes it to Hardman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And it'll move the chains.
The Buccaneer 1st down.
That ankle hurt. He had to move that time.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. One final try now for Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
These niggas
taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs, there's part of that feels good. What do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good